We have 8-4. Tornado Tilly for Cradle Coast up against Jamnesia for Southeast Magic. Southeast Magic is lead jammer. Tornado Tilly gets a penalty and heads to the penalty box. It's a power jam. Jamnesia finds the inside line. Oh, has a little tumble. Cradle Coast reforms in front. Great defense there. Over from her pivot. She gets through and she gets 4 points. Again, finds the inside line, slips through and gets 4 points. Tornado Tilly back on track. Big over from Buzika. Recycled there from Buzuka. We have Tornado Tilly through. Oh, it's a power jam for Cradle Coast as Jamnesia goes to the penalty box. Tornado Tilly gets through, gets 4 points. Big O there from the Cradle Coast crew. Oh, some big hits here. One point for Amnesia and 3-4. I missed that. Cat Crusader on the line up against Nels Bells. We're starting with a power jam. Power jam to Southeast Magic. Nels Bells on the line. We have the jammer in the bin for Cradle Coast. Nels Bells hits hard, gets through, gets lead jammer. Southeast Magic's pivot heads to the penalty box. We have 3 defense on the track for Southeast. Oh, nice toe stop run. Oh, knocks out. Gets recycled. Cradle Coast Jammer returns to track. Oh, look at that. Nels Bells, great footwork on the inside line. Gets 4 points. Tornado Tilly making their way around the track. But Southeast Magic called it off before they can get any points. Cat Crusader on the line for Cradle Coast up against Sonic Dash. You want to commentate with me? Cool. Sweet. I feel a little bit lonely. Got no one to buzz off of. And we're off. Oh, Sonic Dash, lead jammer. Close. Cat Crusader close behind. You push it on the bottom. Green light. Cat Crusader pushing on.
Great defensive work by the red team.
4 points to South Cradle Coast. Oh, look at that Apex
jump. Wow.
Go for it.
Here comes Black Jammer around for another scoring pass. There we go.
Cat Crusader.
Red Jammer now.
Oh, comes in, knocks down number 33. Jamnesia gets past, gets 4 points.
And calling it off. Well done. 4 points at the end there. Getting ready for the next jam now. We have 3-3 for
Jamnesia.
Southeast Magic Rollers. Being recycled. Lead Jammer 2-0-2 from Cradle Coast. Well done, Jammer. Coming up on their scoring pass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done.
Hit out twice there by the Cradle Coast crew, containing that South Magic Jammer. Cat Crusader line for Cradle Coast up against Nels Bells.
Wow, and just like that, lead Jammer to Cradle Coast. Number 6.
Nels Bells
Cat
close
Crusader.
behind.
Nels Bells hot on her tail. Coming up on a scoring pass.
Ooh, big hit there.
That's another blocker sent to the penalty bin. Number 2-2.
Cradle Coast calls it off for 4 points.
Lining up for the next jam, we have 2-0-2 Cradle Coast up against 8-2 Southeast Magic Rollers. Lead goes to Red, 2-0-2. Coming up on their scoring pass, Delphinator X. Can they make it through the pack? Yes, they do. Oh, we've got Southeast Magic Jammer squeezing through the blast of the blocking line there. Cradle Coast setting up for some offense.
Ooh! Penalty there. In sub. We did go off the track incorrectly.
Red Jammer has returned to their bin, not the penalty box. To the team bench, so apologies. And Black Jammer is now reporting to the penalty bin. So the jam has been called dead and called off.
We have an official review. We haven't had many official reviews this tournament. Fingers is running to the track to do the official review.
Whilst the official review is happening, we have our lovely NSO jam timers dancing on track. Synchronized, so beautiful. For everyone in the audience, we have a raffle up for grabs over in the merch corner. There are 3 prizes to win. A Rydell jacket with a roller derby helmet, along with a Border Clash drink bottle. Then we have some rainbow knee pads. Wow! And finally, we have the perfect benchy kit. We have apron to the merch crew, merch corner. It is $2 a raffle ticket or 3 for $5. They're waving their arms right now. Hi, we see you.
So we just had a quick official review there. Cradle Coast wanted to officially review the jammer attempted to cool the jam off while they were on the floor after quite a big impact. However, they only tapped their hips once, so therefore the jam was not cooled off, where Cradle Coast were wanting it rectified that the jam had been cooled off. However, in Derby we have to tap our hips twice to cool the jam off, so therefore no penalties or anything will be given. It was just a very confusing situation with all of the whistles that were going on.
Thank you, Fingers. We've just had a jammer swap. Red jammer went to the bin and black jammer was released. This is Black Jammer 8-2 from Southeast Magic Rollers. Bruiser Bon. Bruiser has been awarded lead jammer. Coming around for the scoring pass. Up against a very strong blocking wall.
Slips on the outside, does a nice spin, gets through. Gets 4 points.
For Red Jammer 8-4.
Oh, Cat Crusader knocks out. Bruiser Bon recycles.
Calling it off. A massive hit from Red Blocker 09 at the end there, forcing the jammer to call it off. We have an official review called by Southeast Magic Rollers.
It's a tie at the moment, 47-47. Close game's a good game, exciting game. Less than 1 minute left of this half.
And that's halftime.
Alrighty, that next official review done by Southeast Magic Rollers. They were requesting an additional penalty be issued to Jammer 8-4 as they left because they did not leave as they got the penalty. Unfortunately, that penalty was agreed. It was seen by the ref, so we have issued an insubordination penalty, and that now means that Unfortunately, Red 8-4 has fouled out of this game. Can I please have captains and alts for Cheshire Cats and Small Stars in the middle for the captains meeting, please?
Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality.
Since it's half time, why not go over and check out the raffles or the merch tables?
Look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy.
Tell me what you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. Tell me what you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. You and me, we got something special, baby. You and me, you and me. I can think this was never meant to happen. You and me, you and me. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it, baby. I can't help it. I can't help it, baby. Tell me what you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. Tell me what you're thinking, give me what you're drinking. You and me, we got something special, baby. You and me, you and me. I can think this was never meant to happen. You and me, you and me. I can't help it. I can't help it, baby. I can't help it. I can't help it, baby. I can't help it. I can't help it, baby. I can't help it.
We are returning from halftime and straight into an official timeout. we will be starting this second half with Cradle Coast's Red Jammer, number 5. Substituted for the player previously fouled out. They're going to start in the penalty box. That means we have 2-2 from East Coast Magic Rollers on track, ready to roll. This is a power jam. Let's see if Southeast Magic Rollers can take advantage. Making their way through the pack. And they've gained lead jammer. Making their way through the pack on a scoring pass. There's 4 points for the black jammer. Red jammer coming around to scoring pass again. And they've made another 4. Well done. Some great offense demonstrated by Cradle Coast there. Their jammer made it through. Here comes number 22 again for their scoring pass and calls it off. Next up for Southeast Magic Rollers, we have 2-2 again jamming up against Red 1-5. Danger Fart. Gotta love that derby name. .22 Sonic Dash makes lead jammer. Red jammer just makes it out of the pack. Sonic Dash up against a solid wall of blockers there.
We have 2 in the bin, one from Southeast Magic and one from Cradle Coast.
Red Jammer makes it through easy this time.
Sonic Dash is met out there by, I believe that's Delphinator. We have a penalty to Cradle Coast Jammer. They're going to the bin, and Southeast Magic call it off to start the jam with the power jam.
We have a quick announcement. Face and Body Party Glitter was found in the ladies' bathroom. You can come and collect it from just over by the scoreboard.
Cradle Coast 70 to Southeast Magic 79. A little bit of, have we got official timeout at the moment?
Cradle Coast will be starting the next jam with their jammer in the sin bin. Danger Fart sitting their penalty. That means we have 8-2 Black Jammer on track.
Bruiser Bond.
And they're off. Let's see if Bruiser can get lead jammer.
Ooh.
Whoops, tripped over by their own player.
Utilising that whole track there, out to in, trying to move those blockers. Blockers are keeping Bruiser Bond behind them. Oh, but Bruiser Bond finds the inside line, gets a lead jammer. We have Cradle Coast Jammer back on track. Bruiser Bond, busts through that wall, but falls down. Cradle Coast Jammer, Danger Fart gets recycled, but gets through. We have one of the Southeast blockers in the penalty box.
Lead jammer was awarded to Black 8-2 Bruiser. They now have the power to call off the jam, which they have just done.
0 points to Cradle Coast, but 4 points there to Southeast Magic. We have Cradle Coast, Bazooka on the line, up against Sonic Dash.
A quick timeout for our referees.
Ooh, Bazooka gets out, gets lead jammer. Sonic Dash gets held up there by the Cradle Coast defense.
Sonic Dash bust their way out of the pack.
Bazooka approaches pack.
Both jammers now are on their scoring pass.
Oh, slips past. Nels Bells gets 4 points. Sonic Dash getting held up by the blockers from Cradle Coast. Oh, a bit of a tumble.
Whoa.
And a recycle. And he gets a cut because we had one of the Cradle Coast skaters, 102, Hypochondriac, recycle, and they didn't see them. Now we have a power jam. Bazooka. Time to shine here.
Some great offensive work by the Cradle Coast blocking team.
Gets through.
Bazooka through the pack.
4 points. Hypochondriac heads to the penalty box. Sonic Dash back on track. Bazooka working their way through the Southeast Magic blockers. Oh, nice little juke there and a little footwork. Jumps through. Sonic Dash right behind him. Both get 4 points. Bazooka calls it off. Score check. It is 1 point different right now. Cradle Coast 86, Southeast Magic 87.
Big shout out to Rat Guru, our track repairer, looking like a spider on track with all the strips hanging from her arms. Another short timeout for our referees.
9 minutes left of this game.
For the next jam, we will have, for the Black Jammer, Southeast Magic Rollers, number 66, April O'Wheel, our captain today, up against Red Jammer, 202, Delphinator X.
Oh, we got a little bit of a snippet of a song. Oh, we ready to go?
Ready to go. Both jammers encountering a solid blocking force.
Delphinator X for lead jammer for Cradle Coast. We have Hypochondriac return to the track. We have Southeast Magic.
April hot on their heels.
Blocker goes to the penalty box, and Cat Crusader goes to the penalty box.
4 points to the red team. Well done.
Hypochondriac does a bit of a hit out there and a recycle on April Will. And Hypochondriac goes back to the penalty box.
Some really great blocking from Cradle Coast 1-5 just then.
April Will.
Chasing the jammer down and hip checking them on their way out of the pack.
We're going to start the next jam with 2 blockers in the penalty box. Score check. Cradle Coast 98, Southeast Magic 91. We have 6 minutes left of this game. It's anyone's game still.
On track we have Black Jammer 8-2, Bruiser ready to rock and roll up against 202 from the red Cradle Coast. Delphinator.
What about me?
Another short timeout for the refs.
I've had enough, now I want my share. Can't you see? I wanna live, but you just take more than you give.
And we're ready to rock and roll again.
And we're back. Red Jammer awarded lead. Black Jammer busting their way through, hot on their heels. That was Red Jammer calling it off with 4 points before the Black Jammer could score even 1.
Hello there, Ants. Great reffing.
Setting up for the next jam now, we have Black Team, Southeast Magic Rollers. Is that Sonic again? Here we
Yeah.
go. Sonic Dash 2-2. Up against 202 Delphine from the red team.
Ooh, and they get lead jammer. Sonic working hard against the defense, juking his way through, getting held up there, trying to find those gaps. Ooh, tried to jump round. Cradle Coast 4 points.
Three and a half minutes left on the clock. This is anyone's game.
105 to 91. Delphinator up again. Third gem in a row. Endurance working hard here.
East Coast.
Oh, Sonic Dash jamming. Does make it, but pivot for Southeast Magic. Gets returned to bench. Didn't make it on track on time. We have one of Southeast Magic's returning to the penalty box. Oh, going to the bin? Oh. 3. Jamnesia going to the penalty box. Oh,
Sonic Dash wipeout. Well done.
Oh.
Unfortunately occurred a penalty there.
One blocker on track for Southeast
Being up
Magic.
against that one blocker. Well done, blocker. Now we've got a blocking duo.
Gets a sweep from the outside. Easy skate through for 4 points. Great O there.
Busting their way through. Another 4 points.
It appears we have a foul out or 2 foul outs. 2 foul outs there. Yep, 2 foul outs there for Southeast Magic.
Right on the tailbone. Well done, blocker. Even though there are only 2 Southeast Magic roller blockers on track right now, the red jammer is scoring 4 points on every pass. This is because there are 2 ghost points for out-of-play members who are fouled out, unfortunately. Well done.
Official timeout. How long on the clock?
55 seconds left on the clock. Let's see if there's going to be one more jam.
Yeah.
Cradle Coast Delphinator X scored 28 points in that last scoring jam. Well done. Across the last 4 consecutive jams, Delphinator scored how many points, scorekeepers?
47.
47 points total. Well done. The clock has run out. Here is the unofficial final. No? We're going to have one more. There's one more, guys.
And Southeast Magic gets lead. April Will is lead jammer. Cat
Hot on their
Crusader
heels,
gets
Cradle
out of the
Coast.
pack for Cradle Coast. Pivot for Southeast Magic gets to the penalty box. April Will just does a nice little spin around, gets 4 points. Cat Crusader finds the inside line, gets through, gets 4 points.
Both teams racking up the points right now.
Everyone reforming, ready for those jammers to come in. Cat Crusader finds the inside line. Oh, unlucky, gets a penalty, heads to the penalty box. It is a power jam for Southeast Magic. April Will working hard, finds the inside line, gets 4 points. Pivot returns to track for Southeast Magic. 2 in the box for Cradle Coast. April Will working hard for this last minute.
Defensive team coming in for a sweeping offense.
April Will held it up there, but finds their way, gets through, gets 4 points.
That's another 4. There's still 30 seconds on the clock. How many more points can April rack up?
Bazooka returns to the track for Cradle Coast. The jammer for Cradle Coast
And
returns to
calling
track,
it off.
and it's called. What a great
final 4
last
points
jam
for
there.
Each of our jammers. Let's check in with scoreboard to see what they came to. That's our unofficial full-time whistle. Thank you for your help today, scorekeepers and scoreboard operators.
Jump around that track to
And
give
all
them
of
a
our
high
NSOs.
five. Congratulations them on that amazing game just then.
Both teams are coming around now. High fives for everyone.
Good work. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Great work. Well done.
A scrub is a guy that thinks he's fly and is also known as a buster. Always what you're thinking. Give me what you're drinking. Tell me what you're thinking. Give me what you're drinking. You and me, we got something special, baby. You and me, you and me. I can think this was never meant to happen. You and me, you and me. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it, baby. Oh yeah, I can't help it. I can't help it, baby. Tell me what you're thinking. Give me what you're drinking. Tell me what you're thinking. Give me what you're drinking. You and me, we got something special, baby. You and me, you and me. I can think this was never meant to happen. You and me, you and me. I can't help it. I can't help it, baby. I can't help it.
Jamming for the Cheshire Cats, we have Thumper. And jamming for the Small Stars, we have Masho. Thumper makes it through the pack.
Beautiful crossovers executed by that white jammer there. Coming around for the scoring pass.
Both jammers fighting their way through the defensive packs, and Masho gets through on the inside line, scoring 4 points for their team.
Masha is lead jammer. That means they have the privilege to call off the jam whenever they want.
Masho made it through the pack again, scoring 4 points, while the white jammer gets sent to the penalty bin.
Our penalty bin is looking a little bit full at the moment. Masha made it through the pack by utilising her toe stops on the outside lane.
Some good one-on-one defense from the black team.
Thumper makes it through.
Masho not far behind. Masho calls off the jam.
Next up for the Cheshire Cats, we have 14, Jam and Cream. Up against number 7 on the black team, Izzy Sparks. Jammers are off.
Izzy Sparks makes it through on the in, getting lead. Jam and Cream is still fighting that pack, getting recycled by the black blockers. Izzy Sparks approaches pack again as Jam and Cream gets out of pack, gaining their initial.
Great blocking work done on the white team. 228, Tigress.
Izzy Sparks calls off the jam. We have Or Else jamming for the black team.
And white jammer 5-4.
Fierce.
Fierce. Both jammers are off. Lead is awarded. No. Black jammer 8-8 occurs a penalty and has to go to the penalty bin. This is a power jam situation for Fierce. An opportunity to rack up those points as soon as they get through their initial pass.
Looks like they're getting some O from their teammates. They make it through on the inside line.
Fierce has been awarded lead jammer. They now have the ability to call off the jam whenever they want.
Fierce fights against the black defense and makes it through on the outside.
Black jammer is back on track now. And the jam is called off.
I don't know if I have the energy to play another game. I died. Would Jenny get mad if I stole a lollipop? We have Rainbow Smash jamming for the black team and Tigress jamming for the white team.
Both jammers engaged with blockers. Black jammer out of the pack.
Rainbow Smash.
Rainbow smash. Tigress hot on her heels.
Both jammers fighting through that pack.
Great toe step work by the black jammer.
Tigress makes it through again, narrowly missing Izzy Sparks.
Remember, for a level 2 game, jammers must reduce their speed on their way into the pack. But they sure can accelerate out of it, just like Black Jammer has just done. Up against a solid defensive wall. Blockers forcing that jammer to call off the jam. Up next, for the Cheshire Cats, we have Koala, White Jammer 1-7. Up against Black Jammer 4-9, that's Fuji.
Some one-on-one there with the black blocker and Koala.
Looks like Black Jammer Fuji is awarded lead. And calls it off because Koala overtook them.
0 points to both teams.
Up next for the black, we have Izzy Sparks, jammer number 7. Up against White Jammer 1-4, Jam and Cream.
Izzy Sparks breaks through the pack.
Jam and Cream recycled.
Izzy Sparks approaches pack again, slows down, and pushes through on the
Toe
inside
stops their way
line.
through the inside line. Jam and Cream still fighting against a very solid black defensive wall. That's Small Stars. Well done, Jammer, fighting through that pack. Izzy calls it off before the White Jammer could score any points. We're about halfway through the first half. Cheshire Cats, 16 points up against Small Stars with 40. We've got Black Jammer on the line, 888. Firestarter up against White Jammer, 5-4 Fierce.
Some nice one-on-one there with the White Jammer. The White Jammer gets recycled by the black blockers. They get hit out again and get a cut penalty for re-entering track in front of the blockers.
Firestarter fighting her way through the pack there.
Getting some O from their teammates. And they fly through on the outside line, getting lead.
Coming around for the scoring pass now. Fierce is back on track, looking to score some points of her own.
Some good butting there from the white team. Koala and Tigress are holding that jammer very well.
Firestarter maybe looking for some O. That's offensive from her own team to help her get through the pack.
Firestarter calls off the jam.
Up next for Small Stars, we have Elemental. Up against Chainsaw, White Jammer, number 5. Both jammers fighting their way through the defensive packs. Lead jammer has been awarded to Chainsaw. Unfortunately, they were recycled back and now have to work their way through the packs again.
There has been a panty pass on the black team.
Elemental has passed the panty to Manic Panic, who is now the jammer. Chainsaw, our lead jammer, has come around for their scoring pass. Unfortunately occurring a cutting penalty, losing lead jammer status. Manic Panic on their way out of the pack. 4 points for them.
Manic Panic's getting some O from their teammates. And that is the jam.
6.5 minutes left in the first half. We have Cheshire Cats on 18 points. Small Stars 53. Up next we have Fuji Black 4-9. White Jammer is going to start their jam in the bin. Chainsaw. And the jam starts. Black Jammer forcing their way through the pack and gains lead jammer status. Up against the blocking walls now. Both jammers are fighting their way through.
Fujin makes it through the pack while Chainsaw is still fighting those black blockers. Fujin makes it through pack.
That's another 4 points.
Chainsaw gets recycled by the black blockers.
This gives them a run-up, ready to hit that defensive wall. Here's some O from their team. A panty pass has happened. Who's our new jammer? That's number 6-6, Drifter.
Fujin jumps through on their toe stops on the inside line, then cools off the jam. Drifter manages to get 2 points before the jam is called off. We have Tigress jamming for the white team.
And Rainbow Smash on the black team. The Small Stars will start off -1 blocker who is in the sin bin.
Both jammers making their way through the packs.
Tigress winning lead jammer, makes it through the pack first. Coming back around for their scoring pass. Whilst the black jammer is still on their initial. Tigress has incurred a penalty. That means this will be a 2-minute jam. Two minutes because lead jammer status was lost.
Rainbow
Some very
Smash.
good blocking work by the white team.
Rainbow Smash duked her way through that pack.
Shout out to white blocker number 7 there, Fenrir. Some really good one-on-one blocking. Tigress is back on track. And being recycled by the Small Stars.
Rainbow Smash still working their way through that pack. And Tigress gets an excessive speed penalty for not slowing down before entering the pack.
Remembering this is a modified contact bout. They must slow down, jammers must slow down on their way into pack.
Rainbow Smash makes it through pack,
No,
getting 4
Rainbow
points.
also has a penalty. This is interesting. Both jammers will start in the bin. Looks like refs are having a small timeout. For this next jam, both jammers will start off in the bin. As we can see though, white jammer is standing. That means they will be released as soon as the whistle goes. Black jammer will then serve the amount of time equal to white jammer spent in the bin. It's currently a power jam situation. Can Tigress take advantage of this?
Rainbow Smash approaches pack, slows down and tries to get through those strong butts.
Both jammers are still working their way through the pack on their initial pass.
Rainbow Smash makes it through those
Lead
butts.
jammer has been awarded to Rainbow. Rainbow Smash. Tigress is still fighting their way through the pack and makes it out. It's a jammer on jammer race now to get those points. Rainbow Smash makes it out first, 4 points. Tigress has been recycled and has to start at the back of the pack again.
Rainbow
Great
Smash
tripod
powering
work by
their
the Cheshire
way.
Cats. Tigress around the outside, accelerates out of the pack, scoring 4 more points. Rainbow Smash is being held up by the Cheshire Cat blockers and decides to call off the jam. Looks like we've come to half-time. Cheshire Cats are on 28, Small Stars 92.
Can I please have the Rockin' Raiders and the Raider Raiders captains and alts for their captains meeting? It should be Whammy, Senna, Miss T.
We're ready to rock and roll, folks. On the black team, skater 5-3 jamming first, Masha. Cheshire Cats are yet to field their jammer. Here we go. White 1-4, Jam and Cream. Masha is awarded lead jammer, first one out of the pack. Jam and Creams is still struggling against the defensive pack of the Small Stars. Some great one-on-one there by Black Blocker 1-0, Strawberry Jam. Mash is just racking up the points with these scoring passes. Makes it through again. Jam and Cream struggling against Black Blocker 1-0, Strawberry Jam. Unfortunately, Black Blocker 1-0 just copped another penalty, blocking out a play. Masha just got a cut penalty. Tried to squeeze through on the inside line, but stepped outside of bounds. Jam and Cream, the only jammer on track now. This jam will go for 2 minutes, an opportunity for Jam and Cream to rack up some points. Some offensive work by her teammates, helping her get through. We have some blockers returning to pack. That's 2 minutes, time up. Outside pack referee Ant Regis showing off on the outside. Wave, Ant. Next up to jam, we have Fierce in white. No, we have a short referee timeout. Our jammers are white 5-4, Fierce, up against black 8-8. 8-8-8, Fire, sorry. You see it? Can't see. It is black 8-8 or else. I need to get my eyes checked. Should have gone to Specsavers. Jammers are off, both coming up against a strong defensive wall. First out of the pack is White Jammer, 5-4, Fierce. Black Jammer, 8-8, hot on their heels. Both jammers coming up to their scoring pass. Black Jammer out of the scoring pass first. In order to save some points, White Jammer decides to call it off. Up next for the Cheshire Cats, we have Thumper, White Jammer, 2-6. Up against Black 7, Izzy Sparks. Cheshire Cats are starting with only 2 blockers on track. The other 2 are in the sin bin. Scratch that, make that 1 Cheshire Cat blocker on track. Go Big Red, it's all on you. Lead jammer has been awarded to Izzy Sparks. Flipper makes it out of the pack. Has cleared her initial and is coming around for a scoring pass. Izzy Sparks calls it off before Thumper can gain any points. Up next for the small stars, we have Jammer 2-6 Rock and Roller. Up against White Jammer 1-7 Koala. Black Jammer is recycled back by the white blocker 5-4. Great defensive work there. Black Jammer makes it around the outside of the pack, scoring initial. They've tripped. Up again. Coming around for their scoring pass. They are lead jammer. First one out of the pack. That's 4 points. Well done, Rock and Roller. Koala is being held up by a strong defensive wall. A panty pass. White 7 has now become the jammer. They also have unfortunately incurred a penalty and have been sent to the bin. Another scoring pass for a Rock and Roller. It looks like our white jammer number 7 has unfortunately incurred too many penalties for this game and have fouled out. That means for the remainder of this jam, Rock and Roller is the only jammer on track and has the opportunity to rack up the points. Quick score update, we have Cheshire Cats at 40, Small Stars, the black team, 130. On track now we have Cheshire Cats, White Jammer 9-9, Starry. Up against the Black Jammer 3-3-3, Manic Panic, who has been awarded lead jammer. Both jammers now up against a strong defensive wall. Manic Panic out of the pack first, scoring 4 points. Starry is being held up, but looks for some O by her teammate. Another 4 for Manic Panic. Starry goes down, but gets straight back up. Starry looking to go on the outside. Back on track. Manic Panic, another scoring pass. Some great offensive work being done by Thumper, the pivot. A panty pass. Thumper, white 2-6, is now the jammer for the white team. Up next, we have Black Jammer 2-4, Artemis for Small Stars. Up against Tigress for the Cheshire Cats, number 228. Both jammers are off and immediately encountering a strong defensive wall. Tigress wins lead jammer, first one out of the pack. Artemis occurred a penalty and now has to go to the sin bin. Tigress has made it out of the pack, scoring 4 points. Tigress coming up against a very strong defensive tripod, but busts her way through. Some great defensive work by Black Blocker 8-8. Black Jammer is back on track. Artemis sneaking around the outside. But White Jammer calls it off before Artemis can score any points. We've got 7.5 minutes left of this game. Number 2-6. Up against the Small Stars 4, Elemental. Elemental pushing against a very strong white wall of blockers there. If you can't push your way through, look to the outsides. Elemental has one lead jammer. Coming around for their first scoring pass. Thumper has made it through her initial pass. Elemental looking to her teammates for some offensive help, but is being recycled by Big Red of the Cheshire Cats. Great defensive work. Thumper up against a very strong wall of Small Star blockers. There's only 2 on track, but they're doing a heck of a job. Thumper has passed the panty to Big Red. White 2-3 has now become the jammer. Even though a star pass has happened, white blocker 2-3 cannot become the jammer and start scoring points until they get that panty on their head. But the jam was called off. Up next for the Small Stars, we have 3-3-3 Manic Panic up against white jammer 6-6 Drifter. Drifter is captain for the Cheshire Cats today. Weaving through their own packs, up against the defensive wall of blockers. Black jammer Manic Panic gets out of the pack first, winning lead jammer. Drifter is hot on their tail though, both jammers looking to score some points. Manic Panic being recycled by 1-4 of the Cheshire Cats, Jam and Cream. 6-6 Drifter makes it through the pack, another 4 points. Some one-on-one by Jam and Creams here, knocking the jammer for the black team down. Unfortunately, occurring a penalty. White jammer skating through the outside lane. Some great defensive work by Black Blocker 1-0. Strawberry Jam holding up that white jammer. Manic Panic makes it through the pack again, another 4 points. Drifter quickly on their tail, another 4 points for Drifter. We've got 2.5 minutes on the clock. Your Cats are currently have 62 points, Small Stars 165. Up to jam, we have White Jammer 2-6 Thumper up against Black Jammer Izzy Sparks. Izzy Sparks gets out of the pack first, lead jammer. Thumper is still being held up by a very strong defensive wall. That's Izzy Sparks through the pack again, another 4 points. Thumper, hot on their heels, has made it through their initial. Is now looking to come around for a scoring pass. A very good blocking attempt by Cheshire Cats, 5-4. Around the outside, Thumper makes it through the pack, scoring 4 points. 5-4 Fierce, looking to chase down that jammer one more time. Being held up by a very strong defensive tripod. Some toe stops on the outside lane, but unfortunately steps out of bounds and has to be recycled. Thumper makes it through. 4 points. Izzy Spark calls it off before Thumper can gain any more points. There's 8 seconds left in the jam. Will there be another jam? And that's our final whistle, folks. We have an unofficial score of 70 for the Cheshire Cats, 185 Small Stars.
Amazing work, everyone. Just quickly, the raffle is about to close, so any last-minute tickets, head over to the merch area and get them now. We do have one tee left, which is a 2XL, and a couple of stickers and badges. And to collect some pre-orders, we need Abby and Rachel Bryan. Abby and Rachel Bryan, you have some pre-order shirts to collect.